If you are looking to get great workouts in at your home gym, but you don't want to have to do Uber on the weekends just to afford it, and you don't want to have to go with the latest Amazon POS that makes you do the sign of the cross every time you want to lift heavy, then this giant lifting competition bench just might be for you. The No Fate channel, checking in. Jonathan here, and is this the best budget competition bench for under $200? Today we are gonna find out. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome aboard. I review new pieces of home gym equipment every week. Now, Giant Lifting is a new home gym equipment manufacturer, relatively speaking, but they do have a very nice selection on their website of pieces, and they got some very reasonable price options. Today, we've got the Giant Lifting FB-3X competition bench, and the biggest standout here in the end of 2022 with inflation and shipping through the roof is that this thing comes in at $200. Will that price point make the FB3X the best budget competition bench that your hard-earned money can buy? Let's go over some of the statistics. It is 39 inches long, 17 inches high. It does weigh in at 64 pounds with 11 gauge steel, and it's got a nice, thick, meaty 3.5-inch pad. Forget about the statistics. You can read that off of the website. How does this handle? How does it fit and function in a home gym environment? I've been using this for 3 weeks now, and the biggest standout by far has to be the pad. So it's 3.5 inches thick, but that doesn't tell you anything. I will tell you that it is extremely firm and solid, even on the edges. There's no sloppiness, and the actual material is pulled nice and tight, and the grip factor is very, very good, especially when you consider it's got a $200 price point. The Giant Lifting lever handle is exactly what you expect. It gets the job done. It's not flashy, but it doesn't get in the way of your feet, and it doesn't protrude beyond the bench at all. Let's take a look at the undercarriage. Now, Giant Lifting does something that I really appreciate when it comes to any benches, and that is they have a barrier between the metal and the floor. They have these rubberized feet, and that's going to allow for better stability, better traction, better support, but more importantly, it's going to keep the metal off of the ground and basically keep it from absorbing moisture unnecessarily. Now, as far as these feet go, they are the standard meat and potatoes that you get with most competition benches. I do wish that this front one fit a little bit tighter, but that's just being nitpicky. When it comes to a competition bench that is only $200 in 2022, clearly we've got to cut some corners to make that price point work. Where did Giant Lifting cut corners? And that has to be in the wheels. Unfortunately, they use extremely small wheels on this. Now, is that a deal breaker? No. For many of you, you're going to set up your competition bench, and it's probably not going to move more than once a week. If that, you're going to just set it and forget it. But if you are the type of person that consistently moves your equipment around or reorganizes it, having smaller wheels is going to be just a tad bit of a nuisance. When it comes to the design, Giant Lifting didn't reinvent the wheel, and they didn't create a better mousetrap, but they did use extremely durable, thick hardware, making for a really nice structural support. One thing of note, and this isn't specific to Giant Lifting, but all competition benches, if you're hanging out down here where the single post is, it's going to be a bit wobbly. So if you're down here doing seated lateral raises or maybe like abs, you do got to keep that in mind, and you might want to be on this end. And now it's time. It is time for Fate of the Union, where I give you my final thoughts on this Giant Lifting FB3X competition bench. Frankly, in this day and age, I don't know how they are getting this thing delivered for $200. It's absolutely a steal at that price point. I would not be surprised in 2023 if you see this get bumped up 10 or even 20 more dollars to account for all of the increases with shipping and inflation. Now, they did have to make some sacrifices, and that is mainly in these puny wheels. Now, if you're not a person that moves around your equipment often, that's not a big deal, but if you move around your equipment daily, that might be something you should consider. Now, the lever handle is exactly what you should expect. It doesn't stand out and it does get the job done, but the big claim to fame has to be this pad. For 3.5 inches, it is firm and comfortable, and it's got some nice grip to it as well. The one thing I wish they added right here is a way to store this competition bench vertically. That would have sent my review over the top, Stallone style, but obviously at $200, you can't get everything you want. If you are looking for a balance between price and performance, this one is absolutely it. It comes in at a low price and it delivers on everything you need, specifically with the stability and that pad. If you made it this far in the video, you and I are officially best friends, Tango and Cash. Check out the affiliate links in the description. They support the channel and they help me make future reviews. If you got any other questions while you're down there, drop in a comment and I'll get them answered ASAP. Thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.